Hi, I'm David Norris, and I'm serving up the perfect podcast, Pompey Patter with Russ, Daz, and Haz. Play up, Pompey!
Murphy scores! A magnificent goal! That's just wonderful from Josh Murphy! Shaughnessy, great saving! Shaughnessy at the near post! Chance for Colby Bishop over the goalkeeper, off the post and into the back of the net! Colby Bishop! Lang's got his fourth! A fourth for Callum Lang!
Very good evening, everyone, and welcome to the Pompey Patter podcast, Season 2, Episode 4, Too Little Too Late. I am joined, as always, with good old Haz and Daz. How are we, boys?
Buonasera.
He's back, isn't he? Finally,
Still
after another holiday.
Look, we actually had to find things to talk about to drag the pod out because Daz went it last week.
We realised that you're the one that makes it go on for so long, Daz.
Well, I've had a couple of glasses of wine. I've got one sat here right now. It's in the holiday mode, so lock yourselves in, people. We're going for 3 hours.
well, I think this could be a long one anyway. There's so much to talk about.
Especially with Russ's rants.
Yeah. Got the Norwich game to talk about. We've got a preview for the West Brom game. Transfer. We've made a transfer today, boys.
Woo.
Obviously, what else we'd like to do before the window shuts? I'm assuming as the 31st is a Sunday, it shuts on the 1st September. Is that right?
Yeah, and it shuts. I think it shuts at like 6 p.m. or something for some reason.
Ooh, that's not nice.
It's not 11 o'clock like it normally is.
Oh, I wanted us to do another transfer, what's going on, but I'll only just want to go home from work.
Yeah,
so
it shuts at 7 o'clock on Monday, the 1st of September.
Oh, I don't know. That might work. Might be able to do the last hour.
Yeah.
Anyway, I've got a few rants. We got Haz's Who Am I and Daz Blind rankings. I have to really think before I say that. and I got my Taskmaster. So, should we crack on?
Yeah, let's go.
So, unfortunately, on Saturday, Pompey fell to a 2-1 defeat to Norwich. I would probably say Daz. I haven't asked. How much did you watch?
Not a lot. I was in Positano, so I didn't actually get to watch any of it. But I did keep up to date on. I mean, I thought it sounded like the end of the world on Twitter, so I tried not to pay too much attention. But I've seen the goals and some of the highlights. And yeah, the goals.
My player watch.
Yeah, I watched the player watch actually because I was thinking to myself, everyone said like Dizelle and Swift were bad, and I've watched.
No, Giselle was class. Giselle had a bad first half. They all did, but
yeah.
He was the best player in the second half, along with Segacic.
But I've obviously seen their two. I've seen all of the goals, obviously, but their two goals was after the defensive performance against Oxford. It's a real shame that we came out like that and had a first half like that. But I mean, it's going to happen. And it's going to happen more than once this season.
Yeah, definitely. I think out of the three of us, I would say you were the more disappointed. You said to me yesterday that you calmed down a bit now. So,
yeah,
take us through the two goals.
For all of, I know it's a completely different opponent and so probably a different level of opponent, but for all of the good defensive solidity we had against Oxford, we just had nothing of that at all against Norwich in that first probably half hour, maybe even up to the first half. We just we just looked like we'd never played together before. The centre halves were getting run around by Sargent. Dizelle and Swift didn't know which one was sitting and which one was pushing forward. They kept swapping, and no one knew which one was going to be the deeper one. the whole midfield, Sedicic was basically man marked out of the game. We had no midfield. It was like Norwich were very comfortable with us letting us have a lot of the ball. They were happy to sit off, let us have the ball, not do a lot with it, and then they would engage and they'd press and they'd turn over the ball and then they'd counter us. And when they countered us, they just carved open like a hot knife through butter. It was like I couldn't believe what we were watching. It was genuinely probably one of the worst half an hours I think I've watched of Messino ball, especially at home, because
I
we've
would add,
all
I would add to that the worst. Generally, was one of the worst I've ever seen Pompey ever.
because I just couldn't believe it. It was yeah. I'll move on to the goals. Um, Obviously you had both from set pieces. Again, we're normally pretty decent from set pieces. I don't know if there's something in it from the coaching side, from where we're moving from Joe Perdomo over to Michael Doyle. He's taking over set pieces. Joe Perdomo still came out and stood in a technical area, so I don't know if he's doing defensive set pieces or if Michael Doyle's doing attacking or if Michael Doyle's doing all of it. But Joe Perdomo seemed to be still instructing people at this point. It came from a deep free kick, and Harry Darling jumped up completely unmarked. I've no idea who was actually trying to mark him. I haven't watched it back because I don't want to put myself through it because I'll just get angry again.
It was Shotnessi's supposed to be marking him. He lost him.
He lost him. He could have found him in the Sahara Desert. Like that's how much he lost him. He
I
had a
think what
complete
happened, and it's kind of clever from Norwich. I don't know who else was there, but they kind of doubled on Shotnessi. I don't think he realised there was another one there, which is poor from like the others. They should, there should be a better communication. And one ran across Shotnessi and it almost made him go, "Oh, hang on, I've got him now. Oh shit, he's got away. Oh, it's goal." Do you know what I mean?
yeah. So yeah, Harry Darling had a free header, really good header, put it in the bottom corner, 1-0. And then literally a couple minutes later, after I can't stand us and our long throws when Marlon Pack's playing. We've scored one goal in it from it, and we're now into our fourth season of using long throws. We are shit at it. We are absolutely shit at long throws and scoring from them. So let's stop. But Norwich showed us how to actually do it. Again, Harry Darling was involved, took it from over in front of the North Stand. Good long ball, kind of probably to the edge of the 6-yard box. Again, Cordoba had a completely free header, flicked it on, and it bounces. It kind of ends up at the back post, and Sargent flicks it in, and it's 2-0. And you're thinking, my God, this could seriously be 3 or 4 within a couple of minutes. But Norwich seemed to be comfortable with a 2-0 lead, and they seemed to drop off a bit more, and they dropped off further and further and deeper as the game went on. But it took us definitely until probably about 35, 40 minutes to actually start realising we needed to play the word football instead of playing the game of watch. Like it's like the players thought they were in the stand instead of actually on the pitch. Yeah, it was a very bizarre and unusual first half because it's really unusual to see that kind of performance from us, and it was slightly worrying, personally. But the second half, obviously, we'll get onto. But the second half, we definitely came out. Swift was the one that then decided that he was going to. Well, tactically, they changed it, and he stayed. He stayed deeper, and Dazelle pushed on, which I always think that box to box role is Dazelle's best position. I'd like to see Swift there as well. I just think they're two similar players to be playing with each other. But until
Yeah, and that's
Leroux,
what I said that to you when we spoke yesterday. Of individually, I like them both. I just don't know if I like them together.
but I think we kind of have to play them together at the minute until Leroux is ready. And once Leroux is ready, which I think Reading proved he's not quite there yet, once he is, then it'll be one of them. Because even Messino said today, this isn't a Swift's best position, and it's not. But he's doing a good job. But we need to get Leroux ready to be playing that holding anchor, because It's not Swift's best position, but you can't play Dozzell and Swift together in the long term. The second half, Connor, we pushed on, didn't we? They dropped deeper and deeper. We started to get on the ball a bit more still. We started to kind of push on and had a couple more chances, but again, it kind of felt too little, too late. We just kind of floundered a little bit. We had a lot more chances. We had 14 shots to their 4, but we only managed 2 on target, and one being Sedicic's goal in the 84th minute. Obviously, we had the penalty, which Colby Bishop missed, which I don't understand the hate that, or the call for him to be stripped off penalties. He's a very good penalty taker. Every penalty taker misses one.
The only thing I don't understand is why does he go that way every time he goes that way? He misses.
Yeah, I would. It's pretty clear. I think he's only missed one going to the left, but he's missed. Is that 5 or 6 going to the right?
He's missed 5 overall, 4 going to the right, 1 going to the left.
3 of them were at the Milton end.
Yeah, he's never missed a penalty away from home.
Has he not? That's a good stat. But I don't see why you take him off yet. If he misses maybe another 2 in quick succession, then yeah. But I don't see the clamour to be taking him off like right now. But apart from, I felt Sedicic did better when we moved him to the right in the second half. But then obviously his goal actually came from him being back in that 10 position. But he had, I think, when Norwich dropped deeper, I think he had a lot more freedom. Do you think
it was all about getting Sedicic the ball, to allow him to be the creative force that he is. He's like a dog with a bone. Once he gets that ball, he rarely doesn't do something with it. He had that mad little jinky run. The keeper had to tip the ball over as well, didn't he? But a couple of thoughts going back a little bit. There was a moment in the first half that was a really well worked corner. I think it might be 1-0 at that point. It might be 0-0. I can't remember. Dozzell into Murphy. Murphy back post to Regan Paul. That goes in. Game changes, doesn't it?
And that was literally a minute before they went up the other end and got the second.
Yeah,
it's a great save from the keeper, and if that's a natural attacker or forward winger striker kind of player on that instead of Regan Paul, I think they score. Whereas when you've got a centre half running onto that, his aim is to just get it onto target and hope that it goes in. And it could have hit the keeper and gone anywhere, but I don't really know what else I'd have expected from Regan there, to be honest.
No, definitely not. Daz, anything from yourself that you noticed Pompey did better in the second half of what you saw?
It's a bit like, obviously when we played West Brom and Sunderland at home, it's a bit harder to sort of really think that we've dominated that second half through playing well, because of Norwich are 2-0 up. They're just going to come in there and just sit in that second half and just then try and catch us. So, and it's a bit similar to like West Brom and Sunderland, that they did the same thing to us, didn't they? They got a goal or 2 goals, and then they sat in the second half, and we started to look better. But obviously, from what I saw, again, I'm just watching the highlights, we did look a bit more creative than we did in the first half. Although saying that, as you said, from that corner, we could have scored from then. As you said, if we score that, it's a totally different game. Whether or not we go on to win is another thing. Like, you can never sort of like judge that. But obviously, if we go in the second half 1-1, then we've got a better chance of opening them up a bit more, because they're not going to be really set in. I suppose they might be happy with a point away from home, but because it looked like that last season, didn't it, when they came down here? But because they've got a new manager and he plays it a bit different, if it was 1-1 and we're still really in the game, say it was only 1-0, I think we really could have like maybe nicked something. And we obviously almost did. Like obviously with the missed penalty, Swift's ping from the edge of the box, which obviously went off the crossbar. I bet if that went in, the stadium would have like erupted.
The roof would have come off.
Yeah. So yeah,
I thought it was in. When it left his foot, I generally thought it was in.
I said to you yesterday, Russ, I don't think he could have hit that any better.
Nah, and that's the thing with Swift. He can ping a ball. He's like unbelievable. Like technically, he's brilliant with the ball. And I would probably say technically he's probably the best player in the squad off the top of my head. Because when you go like West Brom things like that, he was on like free kicks and things like that. So you've got to be technically good to be on like sort of set pieces with like in a West Brom side who have got quality throughout. Or at least I think he was. I'm sure he was like around most of the set pieces. But yeah, as I said, it's a bit tough to sort of think whether we dominated the game or whether Norwich sat in. But from what I saw from the highlights, we had enough chances to come out the game with at least a point. And you never know if Bishop scores that penalty, because that was before Segacic made it.
Yeah.
And that what minute was that on? Did he miss?
About
The 80th?
79, 80.
Yeah.
Oh, was it? Oh, right, yeah. So, so then you've got like another like 10 minutes, and obviously, I'm guessing the thing is, if Bishop scores that penalty, there's
Well,
a
it would
very
have been 20 minutes. There was 10 minutes added on.
Oh yeah. Well, that's the thing. If Bishop does score that penalty, then Segacic probably doesn't score that goal at that time, because obviously, when Bishop scores, it opens up a different like sort of set of circumstances after. But I suppose it gives everyone a lift and we get going. It's hard to come back from a missed penalty when you're 2-0 down already. But fair play to him, obviously, and obviously it's come from the little boy wonder, Segatic. And I suppose when Norwich are going to sit in there, you need either a penalty or someone with that little bit of extra magic. And obviously Segatic like produced that. And also Swift nearly produced the second bit with that volley. But yeah, it's like obviously I didn't watch the whole game. In a way, I'm kind of glad I was on holiday, because my frustration levels, even like sort of trying to follow it on Twitter, was through the roof. So to be there, I would have like completely lost my mind, I think. But yeah, I don't think it's as doom as gloom as everyone, like, well, not everyone, but a certain percentage of the fan base were making it out. It was clearly a bad day in the office for the first half, and one of those days in the second half. So I think there's plenty of positives there, but we just need to make sure that, I mean, those negatives are going to happen again, because it's football. It happens. Everyone's like sort of human, but we need to reduce that. And if you're going to make one mistake, don't make a second so close to each other.
From my perspective of the game, it's one of them where we were so bad in the first half, we deserved nothing from it. But the fight we saw in the second may not have played well, but you can't deny there was fight there, and the want and the will that you did deserve something from it. So the difference with like the Oxford game, last sort of 10, 15 minutes, balls into the box, but they never looked like scoring, did they? At all. Whereas you could feel it felt like we were going to score. It like I kept saying to like my dad and my boy and the guy that sits by us, I think if we get one, we get another. And it really felt like it was just gonna come. It just didn't. Like Waddingham had a good chance. It got blocked. That looked like that might have been going in, and then you had Ogilvy for some reason dive when he was literally could have just not done that and just whacked the ball and it would have gone in. Well, maybe not gone in, but giving us another chance. Then obviously to hit the bar, penalty miss. It was one of them where if we had got a point, you would not, from a Norwich perspective, they would go, well, we threw that away because we sat back. But for them as an away team, like if that was like us going to them and playing like that, you would feel like you deserve to win. Does that make sense?
Yeah, and the positive thing is from that second half, as you said, like all you can do after a bad first half is come out and like try and correct it a little bit. Anyway, you might not win, but it's the old sort of saying, like go out, win the second half, and then let's see what happens.
Yeah.
Like the amount of games I've been to, especially with Pompey, when they've come out when we've been like 1 or 2 down, and like they've got a lot of the ball, but they don't look like they're going to do anything. From the highlights, like we've had 4, like obviously one with the penalty, one with Segacic hitting the crossbar. I think Segacic had another one that was just tipped over the
Tipped
bar.
over the
Wasn't it?
bar, yeah. And I said,
So,
Waddingham had a great chance that looked like he was going to hit the target, but got blocked.
so we had genuine goal scoring opportunities, which is a positive. Because as I said, I've been to so many Pompey games when we've had a lot of the ball, but just done nothing with it. Maybe had a shot from the edge of the box and things like that, but it actually looked like we had some good goal scoring opportunities, which is a positive in a bad like sort of first half, isn't it?
It's one of them games where I take the positive from it because it let's just say you swap the halves over, you would have come out fuming, wouldn't you?
Yeah.
Like proper fuming. To have an okay-ish first half, be 1-0 up, and then completely just jack it in the second half, not even bother, not even perform. You got to look at like from a manager's perspective and a player's perspective. You go, okay, dust yourself down. We've shown again we can do this. Another day, penalty goes in, the shot from Swift goes in. You draw the game, we move on. The disappointing thing is how good our defence has been all pre-season against Oxford. Norwich just, I don't know if you can praise them or if it literally was just our defence switching off. I felt our back four was poor pretty much all game. I thought Williams was awful. Ogilvie looked lost again like he did last season. Poor Shotnessy had a better second half, but they didn't have much to do. Or is it just because like you're looking at Norwich, Haz has got them in their top 6. I think you as well, Daz, and myself got them as your dark horse. They rejected an £18 million bid for Sargent or something like that, 15 million. You know, you're talking. There's levels in there.
Yeah.
And
God, all I was going to say is that I think it's cut. That's us shooting ourselves in the foot. I don't think from the goals, Norwich don't have to work hard for it. And if a team are going to score against us, it's fine because it's going to happen all season. Like if they have to work hard for it, I can accept it. It's when like sort of they're just given like
mate, they were given the whole first half.
exactly, and like it's not like when you're in your League Two where they might need 2 or 3 opportunities to score certain goals in the Championship. If you let one opportunity go, they're probably going to score from it because of the quality that each side have. Even the teams that are in around the bottom like of the table will have those players that can still do something and like maybe only need one opportunity in a game. So yeah, I think personally from the goals in the first half, it wasn't, and I don't need to really see the game to know that those goals have come from us shooting ourselves in the foot, and that first half is shooting ourselves in the foot.
I don't know about you, Haz. I would say there was 3 players that really stood out for Norwich. Obviously, Harry Darling, Josh Sargent. I thought he was outstanding in the first half. But there was a player on the wing, number 19, Diallo. I want to think his name is.
Yeah,
I thought he looks a cracking player.
yeah, he did.
I thought he caused Williams so much trouble.
He did. He kind of turned him inside out, really. Again, it was, and that was kind of what I was kind of going to say was to do with kind of it moves on to substitutions of players struggling, and I kind of feel like the first half you probably could have subbed the whole team because
Yeah,
we were that
I've
bad.
never had a game where normally you can go, that was shit, but at least that player played well, or this player played well. Even Schmidt was awful in the first half.
Yeah, his distribution wasn't great that game.
Oh, God.
But the one player that we all kind of were surprised to an extent because it's Messino, so we kind
I
of
knew he was
expect
going
him
to
to be
start, but he
there,
shouldn't have done.
was Murphy, and
He was
he
awful.
was. You could tell he wasn't his usual self. He was bloody awful, and that takes something because you could tell he wasn't up for fully sprinting after the ball like he normally does. And he should have come off way sooner than 70 minutes. It was, and you saw the difference. And Bianchini had a really good game, and for me, Bianchini starts this weekend, which we'll come on to. But again, Bianchini onto the left, and he seemed to make a difference. I prefer him on the left than on the right. He seems to have made more of an impact onto the left than the right. But I feel like Messina waited too long for the substitutions. I know obviously Callum Lang came off injured with his hamstring, which we now know is between 4 and 8 weeks, on 4 weeks at the best scenario, 8 at the worst. But even when he came off, that was 65 minutes maybe. The subs didn't come on till 70 minutes, and I just feel that was way too late for how bad we were in the first half, and even before that,
And
in
I felt all
the
three
early second
subs,
half, we still struggled to really create.
all three subs, in my opinion, made an impact. For Swanson came on and looked good. Biagini, as you already said, did well, and got the assist for the goal as well. I also thought Waddingham made himself.
But why didn't he? That's what I mean. He should have made them sooner. It's just it's another loss for Messino playing against a back three.
Yeah,
He
he
just
does.
seems to struggle. I don't know what it is about it. He just seems to struggle tactically against teams playing a back three, and he hasn't quite managed to work that out yet.
I don't think our
He will.
formation suits a back three. That's it's one of them where I feel that you have to change it. You get swamped to midfield because it's the 4 against kind of like 2, really, isn't it? And then at the back, you got 3 against Bishop. Bishop had no service. I don't care what anyone says. Bishop's our best striker we've had fucking years, and you're an idiot if you don't think it. And I know people say football's a game of opinions. They're not always, and that's one of them. Bishop can't. He got manhandled. Not saying they were dirty or anything, but he couldn't get away from him because it's 3-on-1. As soon as Waddingham come on, and they had to think about someone else. For me, it just changed everything.
Yeah, it did.
I don't think Waddingham got any credit whatsoever. That actually, sometimes it was just his movement was enough to create something. And people, I'll get onto my rant later. Is there anything else you want to talk about the Norwich game?
No.
Nah, I'm all right.
All right, moving on. I'm actually going to bring up the transfer next because it will probably play into the prediction as well. So Pompey today have signed a new centre back, Josh Knight from I forgot where we got him from.
Hanover.
96
from the Bundesliga B team, B League, or whatever they call it out there.
Bundesliga 2.
Bundesliga 2. For reportedly just under £1 million. I think €1 million, and then whatever that is in pounds. For me personally, I think this is an outstanding signing. And like I don't know about if you two have. I've looked at their reaction, and they really like him. And the only reason why it seems like he's going is they got a new manager who's got a different way of playing, and he just doesn't fit their style.
Yeah, they seem to like him, don't they? They seem pretty upset that he's gone. I was a bit surprised that we've looked to get a centre half of that you're paying a good chunk of money for, only because I raised it in our chat with the fact that I feel Paul and Shaughnessy are pretty decent. Obviously, Saturday was an anomaly, I think. But bringing in another centre half that's right-sided, are you hindering Hayden Matthews when you spent 1.2 million on him in January? Are you then hindering his playtime and ability?
No, I think Matthews is fine. It's Bowat for me is the one that's going to completely miss out now.
Unless he goes out on loan just to get him some minutes until January, maybe. I wasn't like totally against it. But I was just kind of surprised. Was probably what more. I think
everyone was surprised, but it's one of them where I think I've said it before. I'm a big believer if you can go and get someone who can make you better, why not? Even if you don't think you need to improve there.
Yeah, no, definitely.
Well, that's the thing as well. I saw some people saying about, oh, we need a winger or we need this, like, why are we going for a centre back and stuff like that? It's like, but you can do two things at once. Like you can like it's like when you're in the shops, isn't it? And like you sort of you want to buy something, you know you're there to buy something, but you see something else as well you like along the way. You'll just pick it up because you're like, oh yeah, I'll have some of that because I'll make my dinner even better. Like you don't have to fucking wait until you've done this to then go and do that. Like I would like to think Richard Hughes and his team are pretty good at like spinning plates and doing more than one deal at a time, especially in the transfer window as we're getting closer and we need like probably another 2 to 3 players. They're gonna have to have a look at multiple deals every day. So I think like when Knight was released, it wasn't released, was he? He just came to the end of his contract. I don't think he wanted to sign another one. Um, he was one of the players that I thought, oh, that's a player we could maybe have gone for, like because obviously you had the others that left as well that season, one like Mason Clark, Ronnie Edwards. Who was that? Was there someone else who left as well? But they had like a whole big clear out, didn't they? And I thought someone like Josh Knight or Ronnie Edwards would have been like a decent signing for us to take on a free, but obviously he went out to Germany. But yeah, for me, I really like it. I want quality in depth. Matthews is still unknown. I know he obviously did well when he played his games last season, but he's still a little bit unknown. Bauat, we don't even know if he's ever going to come back. Like he's with Hayden Matthews, he doesn't look like he's breaking down again. Where Bauat with his issues at the moment, and we can't take the risk. And let's face it, we don't want McIntyre either. And I hope he gets a move because I hope he goes and plays football. So it's good quality strength in depth, if you know what I mean. So we want to be in a position where whatever 11 we put out, like if we make 2 or 3 changes, we're still going to be okay with it. And it's the thing whenever we've played teams in the past and we've always said, oh, look at their bench, look who they could bring off the bench. That is the situation we want to be in. So we want like 2 or 3 players for every position that you're going to be happy they're going to come on at half time or whether they're not going to start next week. And I think bringing Knight in is helps us with that.
Yeah, I totally agree. I was a fan of him anyway, and it's nice to actually be linked to players that we've seen enough of. Josh Knight, we all know Josh Knight, and Bundesliga 2 is, don't get me wrong, is probably as good as the Championship? Probably not, but it ain't miles away. It's better than League One, put it that way. So for me, it could end up being a fantastic bit of business. But he is, for me, here, he ain't come here to sit on the bench. So who's he replacing?
Shaughnessy.
So who plays on the left between the two?
Knight.
The thing is, I said this in our WhatsApp group, didn't I? That any player, like especially like centre back, or if you're playing in 2 in midfield and stuff like that, you can play either side. It's not that difficult to go from one side to that. It's not like you're going from left back to right back. Like that's a massive change because of the part of the pitch you're on. In a centre back or in a centre mid and things like that, you can alternate. It's not the end of the world, like because you can adjust and play out a
You
different
ever
way
watch
and that sort of thing.
Rag?
But
Left centre back. He was as much as I love Sean Raggett. Whenever he played left centre back, it was a horror show.
but the problem with Sean Raggett was technically he's not like I mean he's a great defender. I love him because he's the like old school head kick and he was a lot better with the ball at his feet than people give him credit for. But like we're not talking about like we're talking about someone like Knight and Paul and Shaughnessy. They're technically players that should be fine playing on either side. Um, so I think thing is like obviously when Russ we just said then about oh he's not come here to sit on the bench because of the amount of money we paid and that kind of thing. Like it's kind of you want everyone you want to sign should be that player where you go in, he's not coming here to sit on the bench. Like he's going to want to come here to play. And that's a sign if you've got 20 to 25 players like that, you've got a really good squad. So I think it's just going to be a matter of who's playing well at the time. I don't think.
Who do you play?
Well,
Don't say on the bench.
right now,
Let's give it 5 games.
yeah.
You got your choice: Paul, Shaughnessy, Knight. Who are you playing, and which one's right, which one's left?
Well, who am I playing right now, or in the matter games?
Against Scum.
Well, the thing is, I haven't seen anything at night, have I really? So if I'm
I
just
swear I said don't sit on the fence.
yeah, so for me, I at the moment I would start Shaughnessy and Paul. That's what I would start with right now, just because of what I've seen of them, and I know they had a bad first half, but their performance against Oxford, with the amount of balls that came in that box and how well they defended, I only think Oxford had one opportunity from the amount of play they had. I think Paul and Shaughnessy, but
Is there a chance? And I'm just throwing this out there. I'm not. I'm just being a question man. Of Regan Paul moving to right back.
yeah, I saw someone say about that, but maybe in a game where we're not looking to be very adventurous, because
Then you've got 2 defensive fullbacks, though.
but that's fine if you're playing in a
You play.
in a team where you're looking to sit in a bit more.
Do you
So
reckon
like,
he could do that against Scum?
wow,
Yeah.
yeah, that's what I was thinking. But the thing is, what I'm going to say about obviously starting Shaughnessy or Paul or Shaughnessy in Knight or whatever, I'd be happy with any combination. To be honest, I'm okay with that. But
But what would
if I had a
you
gun
do?
to if I had
You
a
are
gun to my head,
John Messino. What would you do? I want an
well,
answer.
I said Shaughnessy and Paul. If you were
Yeah.
telling me right now,
But okay. Knight starts. Who you starting with him and what side?
Shaughnessy, I'll just start him on the left.
There we go. That's all I wanted to hear.
But that wasn't how you worded the
No, I
question.
know, but I worded it differently now.
That's
Shut
fine. That's
up,
right.
you silly old
So we
granny
got
spickering. God's
Look,
sake.
so we got a Knight and Paul with Knight on the left, a Knight and Shaughnessy with Shaughnessy on the left. I'm going for Marlon Pack and McIntyre. No, I'm joking.
yeah.
I would probably agree with you, Daz, just because of height, and that is it. This is my only ever worry of Paul is height.
Yeah.
I think it could be a game by game basis almost.
Could be.
If you've got a physical, say like an Osmajic for Preston, then you might want Knight and Shaughnessy because you've got 2 tall and more physical centre halves. But if you've got someone a bit smaller or a team that are going to come here and not kind of give us a lot, then you might play Paul with one of them just because he's got that ball playing ability. So maybe it will depend more on kind of a game by game basis.
Maybe. Right. So I think I worked out that we got 3 spaces left, unless we sign obviously 21 and under. We all know right wing. There's no real point going over it. Anything else you would add, or do you think that's it and keep the other 2 open in case you need to improve in January? Obviously, we're saying you probably want a striker as well.
Well, if it's going to be that guy Kirk, he's under 21, isn't he?
Yeah, so you could still bring in another striker and have him as like a prototype.
No,
I've
I don't do that. I think if you're going to bring in another striker, you'd go under 21 if you can. Then you take up one of those slots with a right winger, which won't be Abu Kamara. And
Never know. You still never
no,
know.
he's not going to turn down a La Liga side for here, is he? Come on, let's get real.
But he loves us. He
Yes, he
loves us.
might do, but he gets to play in the top division of the Spanish league. Of course, you're not going to turn that down.
But the thing is, with his age and moving abroad, like some players don't want to do that. That's the thing.
Well, he's not coming back, so get over it.
Well, there are multiple teams in conversation with him, and we
We
could be the
aren't going to
ones.
be paying the money that they want. We are not going to be paying 3 million plus for one player. It's just not how we roll.
If John can convince people to come, he can convince the Eisners.
I just don't see it. Anyway, we'll be getting a right winger. And
Abu Kamara.
I think if you can get an under 21 striker as well, then I think you do leave the other two spaces for later, because we don't want to get to a position where we've literally filled up everywhere, and then we have to get rid of people to be able to then bring more in, which is
I,
kind
I,
of what we were at last January. Is we had to deregister people and stuff, whereas it gives you a bit more leeway if you leave two open.
I'd only leave those spots open if like they felt comfortable with it. Like I think more the merrier. If that's quality, I'm not talking just getting any old players in. If the right players there, then get them in. I'd rather have the spaces there if you're just going to get anyone. But if the quality's there, then get them in. And if you've got too many, then you like it's just the way it is. Players are going to have to sort of take the opportunities when they've got them. And if I'm sure there's some players we'll be able to deregister, that it's not the end of the world. But also, just a quick one as well. I saw something about is it Sinclair from Bristol City? I think he's been. What's his name? Is it Stuart
Yeah,
Sinclair
Sinclair?
Armstrong.
Sinclair
yeah,
Armstrong. That's
Armstrong.
it. Stuart Sinclair. That's not Stuart Sinclair. Is
His
it?
first touch is like a trampoline.
Yeah,
But
he
could
looks. I had a look at him. He looks fucking awful. I don't want him.
yeah, that's something I just saw people talking about. But whether or not I've
I think it's because he's been made available by Bristol City, and we need a striker. I think people have just put that together. I don't think we'll be going for him. I'd be surprised. He doesn't look good enough for Championship.
McGurk seems to be the one that sort of fits our profile. But it seems like they want quite a bit of money for a player they don't really play. I don't know
Yeah,
what you boys think about it. Like, I think
but again,
Peterborough
it's money. If you spend that kind of money, is it worthwhile spending that? Because he could return that in the future, but he also might not. Is that gamble you've got to take on signing that young kind of player?
it just seems strange that they want that amount for a player that they don't play themselves. So
Mm.
it's a weird one for me.
Maybe they're just trying to hope for that, but they're not
He
actually
looks
going to get
decent.
that.
He does look decent. Decent. He'll shoot from anywhere. Trust me. Um, he looks better than Armstrong. Put it that way. I'd rather have McGurk. But yeah, I don't know. It's the price tag that puts me off. But there we go. Right. Anything else on transfers?
Nope.
nah.
Right. Hazard, give us your West Brom facts.
Yeah. Right. So West Brom are currently one of the unbeaten teams. They've won both league games so far. They beat Blackburn on the opening day of the season. They also beat Wrexham away 3-2 last weekend. The referee is Elliot Bell, and so far this season, he has refereed in one championship game, which was Stoke v Derby in the first round of the championship, and two League One games and an EFL Cup game. So in 4 matches, he has already given out 11 yellow cards and 1 red card. So he's pretty card happy. So if you like a card, bet responsibly, but I would stick on a couple of quid for him to be brandishing of quite a few yellows.
I'm gonna have a look at the odds of that.
Well, I think that's pretty decent, to be honest. Isaac Price is their main guy at the minute. He's scored 3 goals for them so far this season. Jed Wallace is not really involved. I think he's been kind of linked with a move away. With that being a right winger, would you take Wallace as our
No,
right winger?
no,
No,
not as a right winger.
Daz.
I think them days for him are gone.
I don't know. Again, depends what's out there, isn't it? Like, I mean, if because I saw him come on against Wrexham and he looked good. So I know he came. He looked like he came on more than on the left hand side. But I mean, if he's at it and there's no one better that we could get, then yeah, I would. But it all depends on what else is out there. To be fair.
Obviously, as well, with West Brom, they've got a new manager in ex-Spurs player and coach Ryan Mason. He's obviously got a 100% win record in the league at the moment, so big him up. He is one of the young up-and-coming coaches touted with a good career. Obviously, at Spurs, he's worked with, obviously played under Poch. He's worked in the back room of Jose, Conte, and Postecoglou as well. So he's got quite a good array of talent that he's worked with to kind of gain different ideas and different aspects of how to play. He seems to line up in a 4-2-3-1. He is playing ex-Pompey goalkeeper Josh Griffiths in goal.
There's 5 goals we'll score. Okay.
So the interesting one for me is that he's been playing Callum Styles at left back, who is naturally a midfielder. So I don't know if they're missing a left back or anything. But Isaac Price in that kind of number 10 position seems to be that kind of attacking midfielder, that kind of fire that we probably need to watch out of as well, because he's got 3 goals and he got an assist in the EFL Cup game as well. So yeah, that's pretty much them up to date.
Cool. All right. I'm going to go first.
Oh, hang on, I'll run over last week.
No one got anything.
Me and Russ got 0. Daz, because he's basically a cheat sheet in Segacic, got another 2 points because he scored. So me and Russ are both bottom on 1. Daz is already on 5.
Mind the gap. Mind the gap.
He's come back fighting this year, isn't
Yeah.
he?
Fucking of it.
Right. I'm going first. So I'm not letting you have him. I'm going for a loss, unfortunately. 2-1. But I'm going Bishop to score because he always scores after he misses a penalty. It's
Who's
a fact.
next? Me?
Or whenever he, has a bad game and everyone's slagging him off and says he's shit and no good, and then all of a sudden he bangs one in the following week and shushes us. So, as Has was nice enough to give us gifts. You can go next.
Oh, that's very kind. I'm torn. I don't know whether to go for. I feel like a Desmond maybe, but I feel like they do play good football under Mason. I'm going to go for Desmond. I think we could fluke it. I'm going to go for it. I'm going to go Shaughnessy.
Does
I'm going to go for 1-1. And as he's been my boy for the last 2 weeks, I'm going to go with Segacic. I think
He's the new. Never mind Josh Murphy. He can get out the fucking door. It's all about
No,
Segacic now.
but once Murphy's fit and he's firing, I don't want to put too much pressure on him because I did that.
Then you'll continue to wank him off.
Did that last season, yeah. But I've got 2 hands, so it's fine.
Oh my God.
What? Don't we talk about? Get your minds out of the gutter. But yeah, I'm gonna go with Segacic because I think obviously he's on red hot form at the moment, isn't he? And I think if anyone's gonna get it, it's gonna be him.
Segacic is going to whip it in a Bishop heads it in.
That's fine. I'll take that.
You don't get no points for assists.
Yeah, it's not fantasy league.
If that gets us a point or a win, and this is what I said at the Norwich game last season, I said if we win this game and stay up, I'll do the forfeit no matter what. But obviously, I'm not doing that this season. Just so you know.
Didn't matter anyway. You lost. Right, moving on to. Shall I call it Russ's rants?
Yes, do it.
Yeah.
Well, I've got quite a lot to rant about this week.
Oh no.
Quite a lot, because I am sick to death. First thing I'm going to talk about is Matt Ritchie, and this is the last time I ever talk about the player. Ever. When are people going to get it in their head? It's not the club getting rid of Matt Ritchie. It's Matt Ritchie choosing not to be at the club anymore. Boys, am I wrong?
No,
you're right.
I am sick to death of seeing and arguing with people, them saying, I can't believe the club are getting rid of Richie. Why are we getting rid of Richie? Why? No. Messina was honest with Richie and said, I'm just letting you know, you're going to play a very small part next season. And Richie's gone, thank you for telling me. I'll find another club. Shook hands, end of story. That is all that's gone on. People seem to think there's more to it. I don't get why Messina would lie. He is well known. The reason why he's very good at signing players, convincing them to come, is because he's honest. Why would he now lie in public when Matt Ritchie could come out and go, that's not what happened? Why would Messina even put that on his reputation? Someone explain why. And when I ask someone that question, no one can give me a reply. All I get is, yeah, well, we need to give Matt Ritchie game time. We need to give him more game time. How? Were you telling me he plays over Lang? He plays over Segasic? He plays over a new right winger? Does he? Does he play over them? No.
No. Well, this is the thing. What I've said so many times when an 11's come out and someone's gone, why isn't that player playing? It's like, well, who does he play in front of then? Who do you change him out with? Because if you've got a good one to change out with, we might be able to have a conversation. But if he doesn't start above them, then what are you moaning about?
Exactly. I just cannot get over this. It's just a simple. Richie wants to play more. We can't promise him it. End of conversation. I had someone say to me, well, then you offer him more football. No, he's not part of the plans. Why would you offer a player more? And I'm sorry. Yes, Richie was amazing at being a leader on the pitch and blah, 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 blah. But his output was poor. I think we said it before on here. One
Yeah.
assist, was it 4 goals? 1 assist for a right winger. That is awful. I'm sorry. It's not good enough.
Are you surprised that he's still technically here?
No, because and this is my other point. If he's that good, why hasn't someone snapped him up by now? Oh, hang on, I think my dog's going to bark. Oh no, he ran off. If he's that good, why isn't he been snapped up? Why has he not gone weeks ago, months ago?
Why do you think it is he hasn't gone anywhere yet? Do you think it's wages?
Probably wages for, like, if it is Reading, like, Richie's on. We now know he's not the highest earner, but I know he's on a fair amount. I doubt Reading could afford him. To be honest, it's someone put out the other day, and I totally agreed with it. If he wants to be a bit of a crybaby about it all, fucking jog on, mate. I don't care if you're a Pompey boy. I don't care if you're a Pompey fan. You don't care. You clearly, like, Pat's probably been told the exact same thing. Do you see him crying? How much has Pat played this season? Really, honestly.
He'll
Yeah,
probably
well,
make about maybe 20 to 25 appearances.
I'll be surprised if he makes that many. I
yeah.
really do. And I just think the whole thing just needs to stop. I'm sick of it. I've had enough of it. And but what I don't like is the club bashing about it. Don't blame the club. Blame Richie. You should be mad at Richie.
But everything is the club's fault. Everything that ever happens, sometimes for some people, is the club's fault. Like, I mean,
Well, like letting go of Sadie, which is my
yeah.
next point. Christian Sadie is not a championship player. Him scoring in League One does not then make you go, oh my God, we should have kept him. No. He was awful last season, but because he came on against I'm trying to think who he came on against and did quite well, and then he had a good game against Hull. Because of them 2 last few games, that's what stuck in a lot of people's heads.
Yeah, and
Forgetting
yeah,
that before that he was fucking garbage.
and that's the thing. Like this season, that just gone, he couldn't impose his physicality like he could in League One. Like the players in the Championship are all big, all strong, especially the defenders as well. So you could see he was getting a bit more bullied. in League One, he could kind of do what he want. There was loads of games where he would take the ball down, no one get anywhere near him. He's got a great touch, and there's nothing saying that I don't think he could be a championship player. But right now, he's not. And if we want to be in
I
the championship, then
I genuinely hope he proves me wrong, because my love for him is there. But I am an honest person, and I call a spade a spade. He's not good enough, and I'm starting to see a trend with people. Anyone who thinks Sadie's good enough for championship, they seem to love those hard-working battlers, but don't have no end product. Like, I'm always scared to say this about Benjani because he's so loved. Benjani was very hardworking, but he wasn't a very good footballer. Am I wrong, Daz? You
no,
probably
no, definitely not. Like,
And that was always my argument with him at the time. Of yeah, all right, you're running his socks off, but I kind of expect that.
Yeah, he
There's no
just
quality there. And I know he had that mad period where he scored 12 goals in so many games. But that was the only period of his career he ever did that. You look at anywhere else he's been, he never did that again.
Yeah, no, I agree. Yeah, I mean, because he didn't really pull up loads of trees when he left, did he? I know he
No.
went on to Man City and things
Scored
like
on his
that.
debut, and that was it.
Yeah, but he didn't really do much there. And no, as I said, he was a lovely, like he was
Love
one of
him.
those
Love
great
him.
players you enjoyed, but not.
Love him. I love Benjani. I love Sadie. But if I'm being honest, they're not very good footballers. Simple as that. Not very good strikers necessarily. Let's put it that way. If you're a striker, you put the ball in the net.
Yeah,
I'd rather have a player that barely did a thing but scored 20 goals than someone who ran around and scored 2.
and also the thing that annoys me about the people saying, "Oh, we've let Sadie go, we let Paddy Lane go, like Richie, we haven't replaced him." It's not the end of the window yet. Like if we get to next week or whenever the window closes and we've not got sufficient replacements that are, because if you're going to get rid of someone, you need to get someone a little bit better. They don't need to be head and shoulders better, but they need to be an improvement. If by next week when the window closes we haven't replaced them with better players, then yes, then like we've like sort of moved them on without actually bringing anyone else back in. But at the moment, there's still room there to do it. Once the window closes, if we haven't done it, then I will be on board and say, why are we letting certain players go if we're not replacing them?
Well, has made a good point. Oh, was it last week, or a couple of weeks ago? Sadie's replacement is Segasic.
Yeah.
Who are
I
you going to
don't,
have? Who are you going to pick? Segasic or Sadie?
yeah. I suppose the Richie thing is what everyone's saying, but with Sadie, for some reason, I think people just miss that. Like, I don't know if they think Sadie would be playing, because say he's got 9 on his back for Wigan. Do they think he could play number 9 for us? Like, I know he scored those 2 goals against Middlesbrough at the start of the season, but they were given to him pretty much. Like, he's not getting ahead of Bishop, is he? I suppose for some people he might, but
Put it this way, right? So people tell me, yeah, but when he come on, he made such an impact. Did he now? Let's have a look at his ratings, shall we? He come on against Sheffield United, he got a 5.5. He came on against Stoke, he got a 6. He come on against Cardiff and got a 5.7. He come on against Preston and got a 5.9. Come on against Swansea and got a 6. Come on against Derby and got a 5.3. He come on against Blackburn and got a 6. Come on against West Brom and got a 5. Came on against QPR and got a 5. So where's this impact? Where's this? Oh, it is the impact. The one game he did come on and make an impact, which was the game I was saying, the Watford at home, where he got a 7.2.
where was that sound effect coming from, by the way?
I have no idea. Well, not me.
Was it you, Has?
Yeah.
It worked well. I was
It
quite happy.
did.
So someone tell me where the impact was when him getting 5s and things like that.
Yeah. The thing is, for me, he came on and was a presence and scared teams. But
Did
again,
he?
that
But did he?
But that was in League One, though. Sorry, that was in
Yeah.
League One. Like in the Championship, again, you're dealing with big boys. Like it didn't work as well. Obviously, it might have worked every now and again, but off the top of my head, I can't think. But in League One, it worked. I just don't think it works in the Championship, and that's why he's doing pretty well in League One. I'm glad he's doing really well. I want him to like absolutely smash it in League One.
As I said, I love the bloke. This is not a diss at him as a person. And also, my other argument is, which I had someone on Twitter, if he was Championship player, why did he go to a League One club?
Yeah, exactly.
Why wasn't it Q?
But look at John Messino's comments about Sadie and like Paddy Lane, that lot, about them leaving. He's pretty much said the same thing as us. Lovely bloke, love him, gonna miss him because he's a good person, but it was the right move for him. He needed to move on, and that's kind of stuff. We're literally kind of just saying the same thing as him, and he's the one telling these players about like his plans and that they might need to move on. So I mean, if we can't trust Messino in making those decisions, who can we trust?
Exactly. Other things that have pissed me off this week: the slander of the bishop. I'd say, guys, is the slander of the bishop again. People going to learn. You you put me off now.
You're waiting for that now, and every time you say something,
he literally is the best striker we've had since the Premier League. I just don't understand how people still don't rate him and think he's not good enough. It just baffles me, and it also baffles me that as soon as we lose, it's the Eisner's fault. Did someone else explain that?
well, I've had I had a Twitter discussion, I'm going to call it, about one particular person, and like as I've said, I haven't got an issue with anyone going after the owners. I haven't got a problem with it because they should be held accountable. Fine. But when it's constant negativity, there's no positive whatsoever, and they're the type of person that if it goes well, it's fluke and the Eisners are lucky, but if it goes badly, it's all their fault. It's like you can't have both. It's either it's either they've done well or they haven't done well. Okay, like they've not went out and found these players, but they've hired the people to go and find these players. So they need some like positive feedback for that. With the academy, obviously they haven't worked that out yet, so that's negative. It's when you're constantly negative and not having some kind of balance to it, people just stop listening. Um, and the whole thing with Bishop as well is just some people are talking about competition because um, they think competition would help Bishop, but he hasn't had really any competition the whole time he's been here, and his numbers and his performances have been up there. So the only reason I would be bringing someone for competition for him would just to give him a bit of a rest, really, and that's it for me.
Then the knockout blow is the fact of someone put out yesterday. Here's the total spend from the clubs promoted from League One in the last 2 seasons. Wrexham 21 mil, sorry. Birmingham 14 million, Charlton 11 million, Oxford 4 million, Derby 7.5 million. Us now would be 3.6 million, and it just caused like this. Oh my god, blah blah blah. People saying it's disgusting, and the eyes is out, and someone's now tweeting. I'm tweeting every day until the Eisners sell or whatever it is he says.
They're gonna be tweeting for a hell of a long time.
Yep. And
I'm sorry, but out of how much did you say Wrexham have spent?
21.
Right, 10 of that is on Nathan Broadhead, which is the most ridiculous amount of money to spend on a player who is not worth anywhere near that. Ipswich clearly didn't want to sell and went, you want him? Give us 10 million. And Wrexham are stupid enough to go, all right then, here's 10 million. No one else in the Championship or Premier League is going to pay 10 million for him. No one else is that fucking stupid. It's like when Birmingham paid 15 million for Jay Stansfield. Fulham would had no interest in selling him, and Birmingham went, "Oh, please, please, all right, 15 million. Okay, here you go." No one else is that fucking dumb, right? Because neither of those players are worth that amount of money. Just because someone pays it doesn't mean someone's worth it. Jack Grealish was never worth 100 million. Villa put a release clause in there thinking, one, no one's probably going to pay it. Two, if they do, that's a shit ton of money that we can get. City paid it, okay? He's not worth 100 million, but City paid it. That's up to them. It's up to Wrexham if they want to spend 10 million. If we spent 10 million on Nathan Broadhead, I'd be fucking livid. I wouldn't be happy that we spent that amount of money on one player who does not make any difference to us as such. Yes, he improves depth, but wasting £10 million on that kind of, it's insane. So why are you getting upset about that?
No, exactly. And so with the knockout punch, and talking about this, one of the people that are negative, not the one you spoke to, Dave, someone else, put it'll catch us out eventually, but we're not allowed to say that, right? So I replied, last season, Luton spent 31 million, Cardiff spent 13 million, and Hull spent 30 million, and that survived on goal difference only. Money isn't the answer. Recruiting well and having a great coach is what matters. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And I use Preston as an example. I said, look at Preston. They've been back in the Championship for 10 years now. The most they've ever spent on players in one season is 4 million. And funny enough, that was last year, their lowest league position since they've returned.
Yeah,
They
definitely.
they spent double the amount they always do, and it was the worst they did. Don't get me wrong, I'd love us to go out there and go and buy Kamara and pay 3.5 million. I do think the eyes just needed just a little, and I'm only talking a little, not 10 million on a striker. I don't think 3 mil, 3.5 on Kamara is a big deal. 5 mil was, but 3.5, that's a bargain, in my opinion. Yeah.
Yeah.
But
And also the thing is, like, you might not even have to pay all that 3.5 million anyway, because say he signed this season and he had a like absolute barnstormer, you could then maybe sell him for 5 to 7.5 million. You've made your money back already, and so you kind of haven't really spent much money because you're just going to recoup it and pass it on.
exactly.
But I mean that's I mean, at the end of the day, we don't know whether we weren't happy to try and have a go at that kind of money, and he just does want to go off to thing or wants to go somewhere else. And that's the problem. We're not in the room, so we don't know for definite. But what I do know for definite is that you can go out and spend ridiculous amount of money, and it still doesn't work. Like we have to be relatively clever, which I think we have so far. I think whenever we've had not the greatest window, we've learnt by the next one, and we've adapted and getting certain plays in like we did in January, like Atkinson and Hayden and players like that. We we've got a thing in place that if we haven't done the right things in a previous window, we've corrected them, which is, I mean, all you can ask because you're never going to get everything right.
Well, the final part I made was, since Hughes and Messina have been together, they haven't failed. All right, certain transfers might, but overall, there's been no failure. They got us promoted and won the league in their first full season together,
Yeah.
and then they kept us up with games to spare.
Mm-hmm.
I'd like to point out I made all these points to this bloke. I didn't have one reply from him because there's nothing to say to that. Because it's not about the amount you spend; it's where and how you spend
Yeah.
it.
Well, and that's the thing. Like when we have like international breaks, like people are more than welcome to come on here and put their case forward, and it'll be respectful. It won't be like calling people happy clappers and seals and stuff like that, which a certain group of the fan base like to do, and then claim it's not an insult. Because come on here and we'll have a chat, and then like sort of you put your point across, we'll put our point across, and then we'll like shake each other's hands like through the phone, and then just say, right, is what it is.
Yeah, I love to do that. I love if people would come on, like especially like you said, international breaks, and have talk about your Richies, talk about your Sadies, talk about the Eisners. Let's have it. Right, that's the end of my rants. So people are not sick of listening to my voice for a minute. Daz, let's do your blind rankings.
Right, lovely. So what I'm going to do this week, I've got either midfielders or defenders. I haven't decided who's going to do what. So what I do need to do is choose between left or right.
Right.
I was actually looking at my left hand, so
For sure.
not my right hand. I was trying to think of something to do to try and figure it out. So, Russ, you have a decision between you could either choose midfielders, which is like the bog standard centre midfielders, not talking about DMs, attacking midfielders, just straight centre mids, or defenders, straight centre backs.
I'll take the centre mids.
The centre mids, right?
Yeah.
Okay, lovely. So obviously we know how this works. I give Russ and Haz 10 different players. They put them in a ranking blind, so they don't know who's coming next. So they just need to hope that they put them in a decent enough order. Okay. So right, let's start off with our boy David Norris.
Now,
because you said you're not doing CDMs and cams, didn't you?
Yeah,
if you put him too low, he
centre
might
mids.
request to be taken out of the intro. So be nice.
We're talking the bog standard 4-4-2 or 4-3-2-1, and they're like this. What people like to call now the 6 and the 8s.
Would you count Merce as a cam or a CM?
No, he's a 10.
But with Daz. No, Mr. Norris, I'll happily go number 4 for him.
David Norris, number 4. Lovely. Okay. Next one up is Simon Ferry.
Fucking hell. There is worse. He weren't terrible, but he wasn't great, was he? He was like all right in a really bad team. And I love this. He did a podcast talking about it, and even he said it was generally the worst team he's ever played in.
Yeah.
I put him at 8. I think that might be a bit harsh, but surely you've got better than that.
How do you know? You'll find out. Marlon Pack.
Let's go 6 for Pack.
Lovely. Marlon Pack 6.
I hope you're writing this down because
I've written them down. Don't worry about it. Andre Dazelle.
Oh, my boy. I put him 5 because I put him 5. I can't put him above Norris, but I'm happy to put him above Pack.
Yeah, lovely. Pedro Mendes.
If you're just talking CMs. By the way, is this how much I like them or is how much I rate them?
It's just what you rate them as. That's
Right.
your rating, really.
2.
Pedro Mendes, lovely.
I just remember the player that you're probably going to bring up.
Gary O'Neill.
Was he a CM?
Yes, he was a centre mid. Just a box standard centre mid. Because he played like 4-4-2, didn't he? He didn't really play in like anything. He didn't play
he played on the wing.
No, he's a centre mid in my eyes.
Okay. I was not expecting that name. What have I said? What have I got left? Sorry.
1, 3, 7, 9, and 10.
Oh, see, I think I fucked that. Last week I was well happy with, not last week, the last one. I was well happy. I think I fucked this up. I weren't expecting Gary O'Neill. You have to go 3 because he's not a 7.
How could you have not been expecting
either.
Gary O'Neill in that?
Because I have him as a right mid.
No, he was a centre. I'm sure he was a centre mid.
Best
Right.
part of his Pompey career, he played wide right.
Okay. Sully Montari.
See, I knew it. I fat this up. Oh, yes, to go at 7.
Oh my god. Sean Williamson. Sean Williams.
Have I got 10? Yeah.
Yeah, you got 1, 9, and 10.
I put 9. I think there's surely worse.
All right. Adam May.
Yeah, there we go. 10.
And you will be happy with the thing. Last one left over is Lasana Diarra.
So you didn't do Prozaneski then?
No, because I wasn't sure about him. I don't know what, yeah.
Do you know what? If I could move everyone down and Matari up to like 5, I'd be happy with that.
Yeah. So first you got Lasana Diarra, then Pedro Mendes.
Yeah, I love Mendes.
Then we've got Gary O'Neill, David Norris, Dazelle, Marlon Pack, Sully Montari. So Marlon Pack, Adrian Dazelle, and David Norris is above Sully Montari for yourself. Then Simon Ferry, Sean Williams, and Adam May.
Yeah. To be honest, other than I would move Montari out to 5 and move the rest down 1.
Yeah. But that's the whole point of blind rankings.
Yeah.
And I've been trying to do it so it mixes up a bit more. So you hopefully put them in different.
Well, the fact he didn't have Prozaneski on there was a real oh.
But that's the thing. I wasn't sure if he was like a 10 or not.
Well, we played 4-4-2 with him. And
Yeah,
he
we
played
did.
centre mid, didn't we?
I know.
So
But that's the thing. Some
you don't have to put him in. Yeah, you can leave
that's
him
the thing.
out.
Some will be left out to try and coax you into doing certain things.
Right. I hope you remembered with Daz, he doesn't know anyone in the 90s.
With me. Oh, yeah. No, don't worry. That's what I did. Both midfielders and defenders from no later than, was it 2006?
You should definitely do one where it's aim for me and aim for Daz, just so, because it'd be nice to have the 90 boys in there.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, that's what I did it last week, so I'll mix it up maybe next time. Right. Haz, you ready?
Come on, then.
Right, let's start with Connor Shocknessy. He's a centre back, don't forget.
Is he really? I thought he was a striker.
Yeah. Wow. You would
Way
have thought
ahead
that
to
in League
ball.
One.
I'm going to put him in the mid. I'm going to bang him 5th.
5th, lovely.
We've had a lot of good centre backs.
Yeah. We'll go with Aryan Dazoo. Dazeu. You remember Dazeu, don't you?
You won't remember Dazeu.
Oh.
You should know of him though. Even if I don't know Jimmy Dickinson, but I know he's fucking good.
Yeah.
4.
4. Okay, cool, lovely. Because I was about to say, I just twigged then.
You haven't gone for a randomer that you don't know.
Ibrahima Sonko.
Oh my god, I forgot about him. Fuck me.
7.
7. Lovely. Okay. Sylvan Distan.
2.
Lovely. 2. Lovely. Okay. Who got next? Clark Robertson.
I fucking hate him. 10.
It's Russ's best mate.
It was at one point.
Yeah, it was. Sean Raggett.
6.
6. Okay. Cool. Ben Chorley.
He's going to have to put him on in 10.
9.
9.
I think I'd actually rather him than Clark Robertson anyway.
Oh,
Would you? No way. But Ben Chorley turned like a boat in the night.
At least Clark Robinson put a mad old David Beckham cross in that gave Cowley the idea of sticking on corners.
Oh, let's put a centre half on corners. Idiot.
Yeah. Ricardo Rocha.
Oh, do I put him 1 or 3? Oh, no. I'm going to put him 1.
Oh, okay then.
Just mostly because of the scummers.
So you've got next Paul Downing.
Oh, Jesus Christ, I feel bad for Clark Robertson, and that's saying something. 8.
Okay, your number 3 is Sol Campbell.
I'll take that.
Yeah, I think
Not
your
bad.
list pretty bang on. I'd probably just swap this down because he. But other than that, I think that's banging on.
It's
That's
better
bang
than
on.
Russ's one.
So you got
Yeah,
1
yeah,
Ricardo
100%.
Rocha, 2 Sylvain Distan, 3 Campbell, 4 Dzeu, 5 Shocknessy, 6 Raggett, 7 Sonko, 8 Downing, 9 Chorley, and then number 10 Clark Robertson.
The only one I would swap out was probably put Robertson 8 and then put Downing and Chorley the other way. But I don't really like Robertson, so he deserves to be there.
Well, there you go. There's your
I
blind
think
rankings.
mate, he was. Don't laugh because he was absolute dog shit. He really was.
Do you not remember Ibrahim Sonko?
Yeah, but he was worse.
I literally erased him from my memory.
Well, that's the thing. I was going like trying to get all of the centre backs we've had and like all the centre mids, and like I was going through some of like, oh, Sonko, yeah, he was here, and then you had old Soji as well. I was like, oh, he was here. Is it Soji, the lad that got done for match
Yeah,
fixing?
he punched that player, didn't he?
Yeah.
He like obviously went, I need to get sent off, and the only thing I can do is punch someone and make it so obvious. And the thing was, he made it so obvious because he punched him for no reason. It wasn't like they were having a scrap and he hit him. He kind of understand that. He literally was just stood there and went, shit, I need to get sent off here. Whack. Fucking idiot. Right. Football 501. Taskmaster time.
Oh yeah.
Daz, did you watch the video?
No, I didn't.
Oh, for fuck's sake, Daz.
But I'll go with it. I'll just do it. It's fine.
It's quite simple. It
Yeah.
really is. I've got to explain anyway. So basically, I'll give you a topic. I'm going to make it easy, the first one. Pompey appearances. You give me a player, and you've got to give me an actual dart score. That makes sense?
Right.
Yeah.
So you can't go over 180, but then also things like a 171 don't count. That's not a dart score, right? And you've got to get down to 0. I think you can go beyond -10 to finish. But if you get it bang on 0, then you've won.
Right.
Without the other one having another go. Does that make sense? As you know how to play this, don't you?
Yep.
So we go Pompey appearances. You're going to have to give me a minute each time just to quickly type up and check what the appearances are. As you understand what's going on, you can go first.
Okay, we'll go straight in. We're going to go Colby Bishop.
Colby Bishop, Pompey appearances. I'm also going to add that this is Pompey League appearances, is what I should have said.
Okay.
And he has made 120. Good start, Hazard. Let's put you on 381.
Okay, so it's got to be no more than 180 then.
Yeah, but also an actual dart score where you can actually hit.
So you can't score 179.
Yeah.
Right. Okay. Let's go.
Any
Huh?
Can be any Pompey player ever.
Any Pompey player ever.
Yep.
Just trying to think of like maybe a player that's like a couple of seasons. Let's go with Marlon Pack.
Marlon Pack.
Might be a bad start, maybe.
Marlon Pack has played for Pompey 111 times.
Oh, nice.
And that's given you a score of 390 left.
Christian Burgess.
Christian Burgess.
Ooh, that'd be...
It's not a bad shout, I think. What's that? Three seasons?
Yeah.
Played most games. What are you looking at, about 120 again? Oh, he played 173 times, which is not a dart score.
Oh, motherfucker.
So that's a bust that round. Daz, your chance to take the lead.
I'll go Matt Clark.
Ooh, Matt Clark.
Because he would have played just a little bit less, I'm
A
sure.
little bit less, a season less.
Yeah.
He played for Pompey 150 times.
Ooh.
Well done. So that's left you a score of 240. Daz, you're still on 381. You're going to need to pull something out here.
Has.
Sorry. It's because I'm
Christ,
typing
can't
Daz.
even get the names right.
Because I'm typing under Daz.
Right.
Trying to do 5 things at once here.
Herman
Horizon. What do you reckon? What are we saying?
I don't even know.
What was he? He came back a few times, didn't he?
Yeah, but
He played 102 times.
is that it?
Yep. That leaves you a score of 279. Daz,
What do I require?
you currently have 240.
240. Lovely. Okay. Oh, shit. Who did I have in my head a second ago? Ugh. I'm going to go with Johnny Ertel.
Johnny, yeah, that's not a bad shout. What are you at? What's in your mind with that one?
Not far off 100. Just try and play it safe.
Fair enough. Do you reckon he played that many?
Well, he was here for quite a few seasons, wasn't he? Like, he was here the first... Because he was in... When he League One, then 2 League Two seasons, I'm sure.
Yes, something along them lines.
Yeah. Because remember, like, that when we won a game for like 20 odd games in that League One season, and I can remember pictures of him at Crewe, I think it was, like
Yeah,
celebrating, and then he was in League Two and Shaw 2 seasons League Two.
yeah. I'm just trying to find it. For some reason, Ertel will not come up.
Jesus.
Games he's played. Thanks for finding a player that's horrible to find.
I thought that'd be easy.
Not coming up.
You're not? Not even on Wikipedia?
I can't find his Wikipedia.
No?
I'm going to go on Transfer Market, but they love a pop up. Oh, that's winding me up.
Everyone's got a Wikipedia page. How has he not got one?
I know why. Because it's Jonas.
Johan Ez, isn't it? Spelled.
You have to edit this out.
I'll leave it in.
Bloody hell.
Jonas. Here we go. Here he is. And he still doesn't have a Wikipedia.
Oh, come off it, Russ.
It's
You
not
need to get more organised.
It's not my fault, is it? Blame Daz for picking him.
Because he got sent off against Oxford, didn't he? First game of the season.
Right. 80 appearances for us.
How the hell did you find that?
I typed in Johnny Ertel and found him on Wikipedia.
Well, I can't find his Wikipedia.
80 appearances, 2 goals.
80 appearances.
Well, that's good. I'll take that.
240.
He also weighed 80 kg and his height is 1.88.
That leaves you 160, mate.
Lovely.
As
David James.
Ooh.
David James. Oh, he must have had was he 4 years here? 3 years?
I reckon maybe 120, maybe 110.
So, yeah. He made 134.
Nice.
Minus 134. 145 left. It's close. But you did have the advantage. You've thrown that away. Daz 160.
160. Sol Campbell,
Sol Campbell.
because he would have been roughly around, well, a bit less than David James, I suppose, but 3 good seasons.
95.
Ooh.
He was 65.
Jesus, this is getting tough now, isn't it? Actually, it's tougher the shorter amount of appearances.
Has? Reminding
Paul Walsh.
Paul Walsh.
Do you even know who he is?
I do know who he is, cheeky old fuck.
He's a mate that presents The Chase.
He 94 appearances. So he's with 51. Right, Daz. So you can go 10 up to 10 over, so you can get 75. But if you get it bang on, you win.
I'm going to go with Nico Cranchar.
Nico Cranchar.
That's like 3 seasons, I'm sure.
That's a great shout.
It is a great shout. I like it.
I'm trying to, like, my sort of amount of seasons played is getting smaller and smaller.
83. So that's a bust.
Oh, fucker.
Advantage back to you, Has 51.
Right. Okay.
Things on your mind. The 51. What's that? Just over a season if they played every game. In
Zach Swanson.
you know what, that could be a shout. What do you reckon? There's
He can have a thing of 10, can't he? Did you say?
you can go over by 10, so he can go up to 61.
Yeah, because he's barely played.
Zach Swanson 47. So there's giving you 4 left there. But obviously you go up to 14.
Right. 4
If you can think of someone who's got 4, get it bang on. Right. That's 65.
65.
So obviously you can go to 75.
I'm going to go with Joe Rafferty.
That could be a good shout. He got injured for a while, didn't he?
I know, but I'm hoping at least it's going to
Bring you down.
Yeah.
I think that's not a bad shout because second season he played a lot, didn't he?
Yeah.
Oh my God, he played 64 times.
Oh, shut up. So I've just got to have 1 appearance.
What? All up to 11.
Right, okay.
So it has 4 to win it. And then between 5 and 14 to give you a chance.
The crowd are up off their feet. They're off their seat.
So say it again. Between 14.
So yeah, so you can go up to 14. If you get it 4, you win, and Daz doesn't get another go.
Oh, mate.
I think Daz has got a winner. I can think of a few.
Yeah, I've got one.
So you might need to get this on the nose.
Cade Gordon.
Cade. Oh, I like
How many does he need?
4.
Ah, shit. That might be close.
Cade Gordon played 5 times. So that's -1. So Daz, I need a player who's only played 1 time.
Tariq Holmes-Dennis.
In the league for Portsmouth.
Tariq Holmes-Dennis.
Yeah, he's got it.
He's got it. Yeah,
Yeah.
I can think of a few. Do you remember that goalkeeper we got for a game? And a blinder, man of the match, and then
Jay
fucked off.
Fulton.
Who?
I think Jay Fulton played a few games, didn't he? Or Fulton, like
Yeah, he played a couple games, didn't
yeah, 'cause he played in that Bournemouth game, wasn't it? When
he? Yeah.
all those passes. But I
Oh,
know,
who was that? Imagine not the one that played against Plymouth.
no, that's all top.
There were two
Oh,
games.
also.
Is it is he like
He's
Eastern
foreign.
European?
Yeah,
Yeah, that's it. Yeah, because he went back to is it Carlisle or something? I don't know who it was.
he had an absolute blinder, man of the match. I think we drew 0-0 and they battered us, whoever it was we played against, and then he fucked off like 2 days later.
I think he got recalled, didn't he?
I think so, yeah.
Yeah.
So well done, Daz. You would have won the first round. Second round, I'm going for Premier League goals. Players, not say Pompey, anyone, and they've scored Premier League goals. Daz, you get to start because has started the first game.
So Premier League goals.
It's Premier League goals from any player that's ever played in the Premier League.
I'll start with Yakubu.
Yakubu scored. How many do you reckon he got in the Premier League?
Didn't he get like what was that story that Harry Redknapp goes on about in the Premier League? Because he could have got like is it like 20 goals or something like that. So I reckon he must have got at least 30 overall, at least.
96.
He's got 90 what in the Premier League?
Yeah.
What for Pompey?
No. I did say Premier League. Any Premier League player.
Oh fuck! I'm joking, Yakubu. I thought you meant Pompey player.
No, I did say any Premier League player.
Balls. That's okay.
It's not bad though. 96.
Yeah, it's not horrendous.
You know, you're going for a 120 and you went a bit wayward.
Yeah.
That leaves you with 405. Has
Thierry Henry.
Oh, I got a feeling he scored quite a lot. And do you reckon I reckon he might bust it. Oh no! Well, you have busted it, but not because you've gone over. But it's because it's not dart school. 175.
Fuck's sake!
So Daz, back to you. Advantage.
Bloody Arsenal players.
Didier Drogba.
I think that should be a good shout. That should be good. What do you reckon? Did he make the Premier League top 100?
I think he was in the 100 club, wasn't he?
Yeah, I'm sure he is. My phone decided to play up. Hang on. It's the problem with doing it with technology. 104 goals.
Oh, nice.
So it's 301 that leaves you.
Nice.
Has yet to get off the board.
Robin van Persie.
And that's just shout. He definitely made the top 100, didn't he?
Well, he got in the 100 club, didn't he? So
he's got 144.
Nice.
And he's you with 357. So you're not far behind, and you went second and missed the go. Daz.
Sorry, who's that last? Who did he pick a minute ago?
Robin van Persie.
Oh, nice. Dion Dublin.
I'm sure he made the 100 club as well.
Yeah, that's why I'm thinking of him.
What do you reckon?
110.
Underrated striker.
Mm-hmm.
Not far for that. 111.
Ooh.
So it's left you with bang on 190 left.
Nice.
Has?
Jermaine Defoe.
Yeah, I like it. I like it. Jermaine Defoe scored 156, which is just the dart score, isn't it?
Sure.
3, 5, 7, 6, 201. God, not much in it.
What do I need?
You need 190.
Alan Shearer.
I hope you're joking.
Why?
As you said it, I don't even need to look it because he scored over 200 on Premier League.
No, because he
It's Premier League goals, Daz.
yeah.
Yeah, he scored over 200.
40.
Did he?
You fucking idiot.
I'm gonna have to look this up.
Oh my God, seriously? He scored 260 Premier League goals.
Bloody hell, Daz. He's had an absolute Western super now.
Right, you're right, you're back in this now.
Peter Crouch.
Peter Crouch. I'm pretty sure he just made the 100 club.
Yeah, I think he got like 101 or something like that. 102.
108.
108.
So that's giving you a score of 93. Daz, back to you. We're going to come out.
Given has a chance, aren't I?
Yeah. Fucking Alan Shearer, honestly.
You say next, Harry Kane.
Harry Kane.
How many do I've got to get?
So you can't go over 180, but you got 190 left.
All right. I will go with. Let's go with Eden Hazard.
Eden Hazard. Don't think he made the 100 club, or did he?
No, I don't think he did. No, but I think it's around that.
85.
Lovely.
That leaves you 105. Has 93 left.
Alexander Isak.
Ooh. I couldn't tell you how many he's got.
I know it's not going to be that amount. I think you're probably looking at about 40, maybe, but it just gets me down.
Alexander Isak has scored 54.
Nice.
It's 39.
Okay.
That's 105 left.
105. 105. So obviously, how many can I go over again?
10.
I can go over 10.
Yeah. So you can go to one.
And I've got 105 to go with.
Yeah. If you get it bang on 105, you win.
Paul Scholes.
Paul Scholes. That might be a decent shout, you know.
Just because I was watching thingy earlier.
107.
Oh.
So that's giving you a -2. So has now, you need to get it either bang on or -1. But obviously you could, you've only got one shot at it.
So I need to find someone that scored 40 goals.
Yeah, 39 or 40 goals, yeah.
Wow. That's mad.
Tricky one.
It's very tricky. Luis Diaz.
Luis Diaz. Unfortunately, he only scored 29 goals. So a score of 10. And Daz, you won 2-0.
Boom.
Well done. Right. Let's move on to the best time of the week. As is who am I?
Right. We definitely need to do that again, though, that darts. I enjoyed that. That was good fun. Right. Clue number 1. I made 509 appearances in my career, scoring 31 goals.
500 and something. It doesn't really matter what. And how many goals?
31.
Jeez, it's not a lot, is it?
How many a season would someone like Gary O'Neill score?
He never got no more than like 7, did he?
But that probably wouldn't put him on that, would it? It's probably a bit too less. Goal scoring centre back.
Yeah, you're looking at what people
Was someone like Dzeu?
say it because we've had the discussion of it. I won't say why yet. Greg Halford. Yeah. There's a reason why.
Yeah.
Because he's a penalty taker, and what we discussed the other day.
Okay then. David Unsworth,
That's a good shout.
as he's a penalty taker as well, isn't he? So
Clue number 2. I played with Patrick Adjemang, Paris Cowan Hall, and Matt Macy, but not at Pompey.
fucking hell, where's Matt Macy been?
There's Paris Hall been. I remember Wickham. Was it Wickham?
Yeah, Wickham. It's kind of all. That's where he went after us, wasn't it?
Sure it was.
Who played at Wickham in those days?
I don't even remember him being at Wickham. I can't remember anywhere else he's been.
Adjaman was at like
Everywhere.
Preston. I don't think no, Joe Rafferty hasn't played that many games, has he? He wouldn't have played with Adjaman, would he? At Preston was.
Mate, I'm sure I watched a video of Adjemain scoring against us the year we went up to the Premier League as a youngster for Wimbledon.
Oh yeah.
He was around for a long time. And we don't mean the new Patrick Adjemain.
Try again. Trying to think of a goal scoring centre back or centre mid.
Adjemain. So let's think of clubs Adjemain's been at.
QPR.
We got him to Stevenage. Yeah, he was at QPR. And I remember being at Preston. And obviously I said Wimbledon. That's where he started. That's as far as I can remember.
So those appearances are 500. Were they just in this country though? That's the thing.
Could be anywhere. So Adjemain's Matt Macy, wasn't it?
Yeah.
So where do we remember Macy being? Was it Plymouth he was at, wasn't he?
Mm.
Neither of them are at Plymouth. Luton. And then us. Is that all he's played for? And obviously Arsenal's academy.
So maybe Art. Maybe who have you got from Arsenal? Well, not played with like someone like Lauren. Would they have played
There's no way Matt Macy was playing.
Sol Campbell?
Is that your guess?
Yeah, go on, Sol Campbell.
No way Macy was playing with Campbell. But Campbell joined us.
No, yeah, true.
The same with Lauren. He came later on in that year. But
Although Sol Campbell did go back to Arsenal, didn't he? Like, I think he was signed or like so.
True. Yeah.
Because they just got him back for training, didn't they? And I think he did sign, didn't he?
I'm just going to try and think of a. Let's see. Joe Mattock. Random name.
Clue number 3. I won my only piece of silverware in my career whilst at Pompey.
Right, silverware. Fucking.
So this can only be either the Checker Trade team or the League Two team or the League One team.
What about the Championship team or the Premier League team?
What, FA Cup? I suppose with Edgy, mate, maybe.
Yeah.
I would say it's probably more likely to be either the League Two Checker or League One. So let's think of who was around. And I'd imagine if they played 500 games, they're either old and still playing or they're done.
It's a tough one, this.
Tough one, but I think we could figure this out with this. Just trying to think of someone who's probably finished and played a lot of games.
What about someone like Michael Doyle or someone like that?
Oh, you know what? I was just about to say Michael Doyle. Well, we could do 2 stabs at it. Should we say Michael Doyle?
Yeah, go on.
I'll go Michael Doyle. But saying that, he won promotion. Oh, he won promotion with fucking Coventry.
Oh shit! Yeah, sorry. The only silverware.
Literally, as I thought Doyle, you said Doyle. So
only silverware. How many goals has Jamal Lowe scored? He scored more than like 30, didn't he? Surely.
I like the fit. I don't think has he played 500 games.
I don't know. Well, if you look from 2017 up till now, how many games is that? That's what.
I'm sure he scored more than 30 goals.
That's what I was just thinking. Yeah.
He must have got over 20 just with us.
And he won 2 bits of silverware, didn't he? League Two and Checker Trade.
Yeah.
So it might have been someone who left.
So we've been thinking of League Two. What about the Checker Trade squad? What about Lee Brown? Would he have scored 30 goals though?
Cole Baker?
Weren't Lee Brown? Hang on, whoa! Weren't Lee Brown at youth career at QPR?
I can't remember. He's a Londoner, isn't he? So
I'm sure it was at QPR.
Lee Brown at 500. Yeah, it probably was.
I feel like saying Lee Sharp. It's Lee Sharp.
Yeah.
It's Lee Brown. Lee Brown. Oh, it's Ryan Giggs.
Should we give you Lee Brown a go? It's not a bad shout.
Trying to think of someone who's barely done anything in their career, probably scored that amount of goals, played that amount of games, and I know he was at QPR, whereas at the same time as Adjumang.
Yeah, go on, Lee Brown. Hey!
Yeah.
There we go.
It was indeed. So he played with Patrick Adjumang at QPR,
Right,
Harris Cowan Hall and Matt Macy, both at Bristol Rovers.
Oh, wow.
I didn't know either of them were at Bristol Rovers,
No.
so fair enough.
Good work.
Well, we got every single one so far, haven't we?
Yes.
I got 2 on my own last week.
Yeah.
Did we get the first week? I'm sure Daz got it.
Stefani, Miglioranzi, Owen Doyle, Boris Zivkovic, Matty Taylor, and Lee Brown.
Boom.
Wrong, Daz, wrong form. We started the season
Lovely.
well. Right. Unless there's any other business, we knew this one was going to be a long one. I have nothing. You boys have anything you want to say? Have we signed anyone while we've been on it?
Look. No, not yet.
Now I'm refreshing just on theirs and there's nothing. So, right. Cheers, boys.
Cheers, guys.
And we'll see you all next week. Bye,
Ciao.
Pompey.